Good morning, my peepers. Welcome to Shalene's Creativity Room. It is a Monday, April 8th. What's going on today? Okay, so I haven't done videos in quite a few days. Let's see. Who'd we miss? Nothing. No. Oh, no birthdays. Let's see. Weather. We had the eclipse. I am in Western New York. It's supposed to be clear. A good eclipse. What? Cloudy? Yeah. Right now it says it's sunny. Yesterday it said it was going to be cloudy, but yeah. Ow. I still have an issue with my shoulder. Okay, right now it is 48, feels like 43, and it shows the sun is in full force. Today is a high of 63 and a low of 45 tonight. Oh my gosh, tomorrow is almost 80. A mix of clouds and sun during the morning will give way to cloudy skies this afternoon, slight chance of an afternoon shower. We have the eclipse, people. No. Humidity 41% and sunset 7:47 p.m. Okay. So, today's National Day. National Zoo Lovers Day. Do you like to go to the zoo? I haven't been to a zoo in years. So I have two zoos. I can go to the Seneca Zoo, which is in Rochester, or the Buffalo Zoo. And I haven't been to either one in years. Okay, today's wisdom quote. Just remember, once you're over the hill, you begin to pick up speed, by Arthur Schopenhauer. Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it? Today's word of the day. Word of the day. Word of the day. And today's word is epic. 1. A period of time in history or a person's life, typically one marked by notable events or particular characteristics. 2. The beginning of a distinctive period in the history of someone or something. 3. Geology, a division of time that is a subdivision of a period and is itself subdivided into ages corresponding to a series in chronostratigraphy? I don't know. Or 4, astronomy, an arbitrarily fixed date relative to which planetary or stellar measurements are expressed. Yeah, okay. Okay. So the last time I did a video was on Wednesday. Yeah. So, what did I do on Wednesday? I did stitch on Boo. Paid Boo. And I put in 277 stitches. And La Petite Christmas teapots. And I put in 616 stitches. Yep. I watched last Monday and Tuesday's General Hospital. And I started a book, Evolved by Shade Owens. If you like dystopian, go check it out. It is a series by Shade Owens, and there's 5 books. So every year there is a lottery. Your name gets put in if you're 17, and the girls are breeders. So this is a dystopian, which means it was like after a war or something, and the towns are not the same. And so you have divisions. So it's kind of like the Hunger Game, where like there's, I would call it divisions, so towns. And so the town that this girl comes from, they do all like the agriculture. And so she got the lottery. There's something that spins to pick you, and it landed between her and another girl, which made it a tie. And she said she didn't want to go. They don't know that they're going to go be breeders. They are told that when they get there, they will get an elixir that is to keep you at the same age. You don't age. Well, when she gets there, she finds out that she's going to be a breeder. So from the time you're 17 till you're 25, you're going to be spitting out kids. Yeah. She didn't want to be in the lottery, but they came back and got her anyways. And yeah, things go awry, and so a bunch of the breeders that were all together in this one little area, they got thrown on a train, and then their, what they would call like their police, threw them off the train into the mountains, and they land in this area of a village. It is so good because they all think that they're all this little village, and then they find out there's more, and there's a couple more, and the ending was amazing. I'll just say that. It was a really good series. If you like dystopian, if you like the Hunger Games, the Maze Runner, any of those, Legend by Marie Lu, any of those, pick this series up. It's really good. It's Shade Owens. The first book is Evolved. Yes. I think that's the first book. No, Chosen. Chosen's the first book. So I read Evolved, and Evolved was the second book. So Chosen is the first book. So yes, I finished Evolved. I can't tell you how, I will in a few minutes, how many books I read. Okay, so Wednesday is when I watch YouTube. I didn't watch a lot. I watched Stitching Jewels, Knit Plan Jess, 3 Southern Cats, and Mama and Larry Reads. Okay, so I need to watch GH from 4-3, 4-4, and 4-5. And then last week Walker was on. Grey's Anatomy. So I'm not going to watch 911. That storyline's all over with. Grey's Anatomy. And Station 19. And then last night was Tracker. Because The Way Home is done until next season, which is like January or February, something like that. Okay, so those I need to watch. I'll leave that there. Okay, so Thursday, I did stitch. Thursday. Okay, so Thursday, I stitched on Haid Cat. And I put in 201 stitches, and I stitched on Haid's stocking. And that was it. And I put in 109 stitches on the stocking. Yeah, that was it. So, I read Hunted by Shade Owens, which was the third book. I couldn't put these books down. They were really good. And I don't think they were really long. Okay. And then Friday, I read Ignited by Shade Owens. And Risen. That was the last book of the series. It was really good. So I gave each book a 4-star, but the whole series as a whole I gave a 5. Okay, and then, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was no stitching. And I think I'm going to do this from now on. It was a readathon weekend. And because my shoulder was hurting, I sat in the recliner all weekend and just read. And I can read faster than I can listen to an audiobook or text-to-speech because, you know, your mind can skip words like and, the, and you pick up the main words. That's how my brain works anyways. So I read faster. But I can't put my audiobook on any faster or I miss stuff. So I decided that on the readathon weekends, I'm not going to stitch. I'm just going to sit in the recliner and read. Sorry. Hold on. Okay. My nose is better. I didn't miss stitching. I didn't. I'm surprised. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 books on Friday. Saturday, I read 1, 2, 3, 5 books. Yes, I did 5 books on Saturday. So the first one was Secret Vendetta. By Kathy Lockhart. And I would consider that like a dark romance. And then Silent Vendetta by Kathy Lockhart. All of these that I read were Kindle Unlimited. A lot of them I just had the first book. And sometimes I just read the first book and I'm good with that. But some of these I had to read the rest of the books. So the Secret Vendetta and the Silent Vendetta are just, it's a duology. So there's just 2 books. Okay. The next book was Same Time Next Year. That's by Tessa Bailey. It was a cute romance. It was a novella, so it was like an hour and a half, 2 hour long book. So he is a hockey player, right? Yes. He is a hockey player, and he's from Canada, and he needs a green card to stay in the States. Another teammate of his has a sister who wants to own a bar that she works at. And so the team talks her into marrying the guy that's going to be sent back to Canada so he can get his green card. The thing is, she didn't know that he's always had a big crush on her and has always wanted to be with her. And he's all about family. He has a big family that he comes from. And she wants nothing to do with relationships, long-term marriage, or children. So you know how this is going to end up. But it is so good. It was a really good it was a really, really good book. Then another one that was a novella that was like an hour and a half long was Peppermint Wishes. I'm telling you, I cried. This book made me freaking cry at the end. It is by D.L. Darby. It is a romance. So, I don't write down characters. I need to start doing that because I can't remember them. I read so much. So this woman gets divorced. Her ex has the house. He's an asshole. That's all I have to say. So she rents a cabin. She's supposed to be cleaning out her parents' house, but she rents a cabin. And something happens. It's funny. It's winter time. She goes sliding across the lake. It must not be a very wide lake. And there's a cabin there, and the guy comes out and he saves her. And he's a grumpy. So this is like a grumpy sunshine romance book. But, you know, they end up together, and she says, okay, I gotta leave now. You know, they spend a little bit of Christmas together because it happened within like a 4-day weekend. So he says, we won't see each other again. They don't think they'll see each other again. He was a widower, I guess. His wife and daughter had died, and so that's why he's grumpy. But she makes him happy. And when she leaves, she's cleaning out her parents' house. As she gets there, and she hadn't checked her suitcase, she hadn't unpacked in a couple days, and she finds a letter from him. So she goes back to where he's spent at the cabin, and there's people there. And he says, I don't know what you're talking about. I've owned this cabin for years. There's no one by that name here. And she goes, yes, he was here. They said, no, we've always lived here. He goes, you must be talking about the cabin across the lake. And she goes, no, that's where I stayed. So she left there and she went back to that cabin. And it looks like nobody has been there for years. There is dust. It is dirty. It doesn't look livable. And she can't figure this out. So she goes to town to the coffee shop where there's like there's older women that play cards, and they all knew who this guy was. And they didn't know what she was talking about. They don't remember her. They don't remember him. So she goes to the grocery store because the butcher knew who he was. So she's talking to the butcher. He doesn't remember her, and he definitely doesn't remember the guy. Okay, this is weird. Oh my gosh. You guys, you gotta read it. If you like romance, and it's a short story, Peppermint Wishes. The ending had me bawling my eyes out. Then I started Moonlit Temptation, or I started and finished it on Saturday. Moonlit Temptation. It's the first book of a trilogy, and because I liked it so much, I had to finish it. And that's by Penelope Black. Read it. It's a why choose romance. So there's 3 men and a woman, and they are, right? Yeah. They belong to a motorcycle club. She inherited her grandmother's house. Her mother and her sister are stuck-up snobs. And they want the house. And she said no, because Her grandmother gave it to her. Yeah, this series was so good. I gave each book a 4-star. Whole series should get a 5. So Moonlit Temptation was the first book. Shadowed Obsession is the second book. Penelope Black. And the third book is Midnight Salvation. And so I started and finished Shadowed Obsession and Midnight Salvation yesterday. This series was so good. If you like the Why Choose, yeah. And then, yeah, so that was Sunday. And also yesterday I read 2 more books. They were the first 2 books of the Mindfuck series. So the first 2 books were each an hour and a half long. So I'm thinking maybe the other 3 are as well. So I should be finishing it this weekend. Or this week, I mean. So the first book is The Risk by S.T. Abbey. So this series, oh shit, you guys. So this woman, people think are dead. There was a horrible thing that happened to her as a teenager, an older teenager, I'm thinking. And it happened to her and her brother. She is one of the survivors, only they all think she died. So because of the mess that they did to this woman, she had to have plastic surgery and all kinds of things done. And she was able to take over another person's identity who had died. And she's getting revenge by killing off all the people that had something to do with what happened that day. We don't exactly know everything that happened, just a little bit. So while this is going on, she's at a coffee shop and there's 2 FBI agents. One of them's hitting on her and she wants nothing to do with them. The other one pays for her coffee and walks away, and she wants to give him his money back. Well, they end up together. And he's trying to solve the case of what she's doing, plus other cases. Oh my God, you guys, I gotta get back to this series. So the second book is called Sidetracked. I don't know why they have it up in... You can get the book with all 5 books in one, or you can get them single. So right now, I'm just reading them, each one single, but it is a series. It's the same characters in all of them. Same storyline. Yeah, I'm going back because I need to read the other 3 books. So I'm hoping I can do like one a day. Well, tomorrow's Tuesday. Tuesday I like to listen to books. So I'll probably listen to them because they don't take long. So I'll be able to finish them tomorrow, I'm hoping. So yeah, so that was 15 books altogether from Monday through Sunday. I like to read 15 books a month. Hey, I'm already done for the month. So, yeah, once I finish this series, then I'm going to go back and I have 5 or 6 books that I need to do for reviews. 6. So, I have 3 books that came out on April 2nd. one that came out on that comes out on April 11th, and then 2 that come out on April 23rd. And I still have to write a couple more reviews from last month that I read. I still got to do that. So I have been in a reading mood, you guys. I can't stop. And no, I don't like all the books I've read. I know there's been a couple I didn't care for. March. It seems like there was a couple of March I didn't care for, and one I even DNF'd. Yeah. One I DNF'd. One I've given a couple 3 stars. This weekend I didn't read. Oh. Yeah, so you know, I've read a few that I liked, and if I didn't finish them, I didn't write them in here, but there is one that I DNF'd, and I was supposed to read the second book for review, and I'm not going to because I don't care for the first one. But yeah, so that's all my changes. So when it's a readathon weekend, I'm not stitching. I'll make up the stitches for Rosie's and the cat and the stocking. They'll get made up. I'm not worried about that. The only time I will stitch during the readathon weekend is if Justin's here on that Saturday. If he's here on that Saturday, then I will stitch while he's here. Otherwise, I will be sitting in the recliner and reading. Or if it's a perfect day outside, I'll be outside reading. I need a cushion or something for the glider rocker on my porch. It's wooden. It needs a cushion or something on it, so I might have to go and look into that. Yeah. Did I do that? Yeah. Okay. Huh. Other than that, yeah, what else? All I did over the weekend was dishes. And I cooked. I did a frozen pizza on Friday night for dinner. Saturday night was a tossed salad. I fixed me a tossed salad. Scott said he was going to have a ham sandwich. He said, don't bother cooking because I'm telling you, this shoulder has been horrible. Horrible. And yesterday I did beef and broccoli. It's in a skillet. And Scott likes it just as much, if not better, than the beef and broccoli in the Chinese restaurants. So I made that yesterday. Tonight I'm doing what's called pork chop casserole. It's in the crock pot. I'll put it in around noon. And that has rice. You put rice in it, pork chops, cream of mushroom soup, and then I don't know what else. I don't remember. I just know it has that in it. So that's what we're having tonight. Scott has to work at Tractor Supply. I told him good luck getting there. He says he's only on the main road for a few minutes. I said, yeah, but they're saying it could take hours. So, we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be crazy. So I plan on going outside probably about 3:15. The total eclipse is supposed to last from 3:18 to 3:22, right around there in my area. So I'll probably go out around 3:15, a little before that, go outside. I got glasses, and I'm going to watch it. So, yeah. Hopefully it won't be too cloudy. I can at least see something. Yeah. So tell me, Did any of you read this weekend? Did you stitch? What went on? I'm telling you. I know I have to watch my shows, but right now I'm just into reading. I am in this reading thing. I also have to read The Butterfly Garden this month. It is this month's pick for the Batavia Book Club that I'm in. Yeah. But I gotta finish this series. My youngest son Dylan loves to read and listen to books. So I told him about the dystopian ones because he does like dystopian. And I don't know if he's read them, but he's like, I can't get anything on your Kindle Unlimited because you have books out. So that's why I was reading everything I could. Some of them were not on in my queue because I only had the first book. So when I finished the first book, I would take it off and pick up the second book, take it off the queue, get the third book. So that's how I did that. So my queue is getting down there. It is. So he will be able to get some Kindle Unlimited. Today is Craft and Clean Zoom, so I'm getting ready to go do that. I do need to clean the little area where I cross-stitched the table that I have my tablet on is a little messy, so I want to clean that up. I think that's it. I got a couple dishes to do, not much, so I'll do that one time. And I got new, I gotta get them out. I have new melts. These melts, she doesn't put a dye in them, but they smell amazing. They smell amazing. And she gave me samples. So these are from what's called the Melt Stash. I found out these from Midwest Craft Chat. She is a YouTuber. She does planners, but she talks about melts, melt hauls, and her baskets, what she's used. And so I told her about Goose Creek, and these ones I've been using, and I got samples from them, was the L3 Waxy Wonders. L3 Waxy Wonders is closing their doors. So if you go to their website, you can purchase what's left, but that's it. I like L3 Waxy Wonders. They throw a good scent, but they don't last as long as my Goose Creek. My Goose Creek, I will have my burners on for 7 days, and I can still smell it a little bit. The L3 Waxy Wonders, when I get to the 7th day, I pretty much can only smell wax. So Midwest Craft Chat said this company is their absolute favorite, which is the Melt Stash. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I got Love Spell, which is the love spell from Victoria's Secret. This smells exactly like it. Oh, Love Spell is my favorite perfume from Victoria's Secret. I haven't had it in a long time. I haven't been to Victoria's Secret in a long time, but that is my absolute favorite. So I'm going to use this in the bathroom. And these will get switched out today. Then I got 2 things of Dragon's Blood because I have 2 warmers in my family room. My family room is big. It's like 10 foot by 14 foot, something like that. It is big, family room. So I always have 2 warmers going. So I got Dragon's Blood. That smells amazing. And I don't remember what the scents are. It doesn't tell on this. This is called Daybreak. This is going in the living room, which is the room that Scott sits in. This has black raspberry and vanilla, satsuma, and sugar cookie royale. Smells so good. This is going in the bedroom. This is called the Sweet Dreamer. Vanilla lavender and peppermint. Yes, please. This is going to be in this room. It's Aruba coconut. And then in the kitchen will be banana nut bread. Yeah. I get to start these today. Then she sent me, or they sent me, 3 samples. This is called the Pink Lace, which has vanilla lace, strawberry cheesecake, pink sugar, and Palo Santo. Yeah. And she tells you when the pour date is on them. And these come from Illinois. This one is Eclipse, which is called roasted pine cone, cashmere cedar, Palo Santo, and smoked vanilla. And coconut kissed mango, which is mango sorbet and Aruba coconut. So I am glad when some of these companies give you free samples because, yeah, I might like them. But I'm going to be trying these today. I can get 5 weeks out of this. And these here, I can get the same. Yep. The same. I can't wait. So that is one thing that I do during craft and clean is I go and change all the melts in my warmers. But that's it for today. I know it was mostly all about reading. Yeah, just I'm enjoying my books. And you know what? If I get to 100 pages and I'm not enjoying the book at all, I'm done. There's too many books out there that I want to read. I have so many physical books in this house I want to read. So that's it for today, my peepers. And I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.